Hey watch friends, today we're going to take a look at some new straps from a company we've looked at in the past. These are from Artem, and we're going to be looking at 6 different varieties. There's 2 new sailcloths, specifically blue sailcloths, and a couple different options here, as well as their 4 Nato'S. I do want to note up front, all of these that we're looking at today are 20 millimeters. These Nato'S are presently, I believe, only available in 20 millimeters, whereas these are available in multiple sizes with the sailcloths. That being said, do stay tuned throughout. I'm actually going to be giving away all 4 of these as part of my 2,000 subscriber giveaway, which we're on the cusp of right now as of recording, a little over 1,900, so not long to go here. But do stay tuned for the details on that. So first, let's go ahead and slide these sailcloths out of the way, and we'll take an initial look at these Nato'S here. So as you can see, there's 4 different color varieties available. You have more of like a traditional Bond style here with the black and gray. And then you also have, again, kind of a Bond style, but adds somewhat of that gold striping in there. Then you have a little less traditional. This is, to my eye, it looks like that's a real deep, like chocolatey brown to it, though I initially thought this was black as far as coloration, so do be aware of that. I think this has a little bit of at least brown undertones to it if it is considered a black for that, and then of course an orange stripe down the middle. And then this is a little more like a Captain America style here. So you've got your red, then you have kind of a tan or khaki color, and of course your blue in there as well. This one, from my collection at least, as we'll see when we look at the wrist footage, this was a little harder to pair. But what's nice about these straps is these are pretty much what you would expect coming from Artem. These straps are coming in at $63, so just like with their other straps, they're definitely not going to be the cheapest NATO option available, but they are very nicely finished. You have a nice, as you can see here, a nice thick cloth material for this overall. This is kind of like what I would compare to like a seatbelt NATO, and I will say at the outset, I'm not honestly a huge NATO guy myself, so I don't have a world of experience there, but I have certainly handled a multitude of these. You have, for the keepers here, you're going to have 2 keepers. You have one that is sliding, so you have a fixed range here, but that will slide from there to there. Then you have another one that is fixed. You have on your buckle, you can see nice little logo there, and everything is very impeccably polished. This came out of the box. They had blue stickers across all of these, so it keeps it nice and minty fresh until you get it. And then you have the name, actually Artem, marked right there. And these are, of course, going to be the same throughout. If you're not familiar with NATO straps, I'm going to go ahead and show you just a quick installation. This is one of the beauteous things about NATO straps. So all you have to do, in case you didn't see there, this initially comes like that. Just unfloss that. All you do is have this here, have a watch head and of course 20 millimeter watch, and just put your spring bars, just install them loose on there. Then all you do is just take this, so here's from that angle, take this and just floss it down through, and you can see coming through there. Get that lined up to about where you want it. Be careful not to hit into the metal keepers. So get that lined up about right there. And then for here, just floss that through, so up under. And this is one of the things about the NATO style straps. You can see that it comes underneath the watch, so it does increase the thickness slightly of watch, which that's true of all NATO's. But one of the things that's nice is because this actually goes under and it catches on both spring bars, if one of your spring bars should break, you still actually have retention, whereas ordinarily if you have one break, it's just going to fall off of your wrist there. So now that we have that lined up, all I have to do is take this piece and just fold that through right there, pull that tight, and now you got that installed. So that's what that looks like. As you can see, quick, easy, and this allows you, especially if you have a multitude of NATO straps, this allows you to do changes to suit your fancy, especially if you have a black watch or a white watch where it's very versatile and you can put pretty much any of these on there. It's nice, and it's of course true of NATO's across the board. But then to put that on, all you do is just like an ordinary strap, any kind of 2-piece or what have you, just line that up. You can see this has a huge range of holes here, which, let's see if I can actually hit that one with a pin. For some reason I'm missing there. Okay, so I got that. It's not as hard as I made it look. But as you can see, you've got a range from here. This is on my 6.5-inch wrist, and I've still got another, looks like 3 holes that are left as well. And then you just floss that through. You will have this large tail on almost all wrists, and they're intentionally like that. So even for larger wrists, these will still fit. And then you just take that, and personally, there's different styles or different ways you can do it, but as we'll see in the footage here, I personally just fold that down under, so that way you can see it doesn't have any flap on the exterior either. And then it gives, it's definitely, to me, an acquired taste as far as the overall look and aesthetic. This is one of the things that you either love it or you don't. It is certainly, it has its following here as far as the aesthetic for that. But the biggest thing is, and the main thing we're focusing on today, Most of you probably already have experience with Nato'S, so you know if you like them or do not as far as the style. The biggest thing that I wanted to look at is just the quality of the Artem straps. We already looked at all the hardware, everything is nicely finished. It's not that cheap, flimsy. A lot of the cheaper Nato'S out there, not only the material itself can have kind of a cheap, thin feel to it. I mean, these things, they are stout. They are very durable here, and you can tell, but additionally, they're very supple. So, I mean, you have no issues whatsoever right out of the box, and these have seen very little wear because I wanted to keep them pristine for the winter here. But that being said, these are real nice supple here, good range of adjustability, nice hardware. It's not that cheap, flimsy steel that you'll get on a lot of them. Similarly, it's not just your basic brushing finish. This has very nice quality and, of course, fingerprints all over it, but very nice quality as far as the polishing and the hardware. And you can see that all facets, even looking at the stitching, you can see double stitch through there for that keeper retention, nice stitching at the end, clean ends all the way around for that. So just great quality overall. And like I said, pretty much what you would expect for Nato'S. So let's go ahead and actually take a look. We can do some wrist rolls for this. You can see some different pairings and options as we go through. Ultimately, I just went through and just tried to grab some quick watches just to show you kind of what they would look like. I tried to keep relatively similar as far as sizing so you get a different idea as far as just these 4 different options as to what they look like on my wrist, and again, 6.5-inch wrist, as well as just some of the styling for that, and to give you some natural light for the different straps there to check those out. But ultimately, of course, obviously you compare them to suit your taste. But that hopefully gives you a better idea of those Nato'S and kind of what to expect there. So now, let's go ahead and shift over and take a look at these sailcloths. We've looked at the black sailcloths in the past, and I've got to tell you, I am extremely excited, and that's why I'm not going to be giving this one away here, this blue with white stitching. That's going to stay living on this one. But they do now actually have, since the original recording, not only did I have the black options with different stitch options for that, but they have the blue options, and you can see here, here's one without contrast stitch, this is one with white contrast stitch, but they also have added 3 sizes, which that is great for me overall. And as we'll see on the wrist footage here, you can get an idea as how this smaller one fits on my 6.5-inch wrist. Certainly, it doesn't leave a lot of slack, whereas the last one, when we tried when they only had one size, I wish that had one more hole just to be a little more of a snug fit for my particular wrist. But additionally, though, beyond the colors, so this is going to be very similar stylistically. The real claim to fame with the Artem sailcloth straps is they are very supple out of the box. So yes, I will tell you, they say no break-in. That being said, that's somewhat of a misnomer. They mean in relative terms for a sailcloth. So it will feel stiff out of the box. However, it bends and contours to the wrist so quickly, and it takes shape. I recommend, just bend through, get it flossed in overall, and even wrap it around a pillow, and it will take that shape really quickly, really easily, much less break-in than typical. These are, just like the others, are a little pricier. These start at around $85. There's some different styles that are available. And then if you add, like this one has, with the quick release spring bars, and that's on both of these variants here, that takes it up to $98 starting for these. But you can see it has a nice synthetic lining. You have on the exterior, you have sailcloth, so everything is fully waterproof. Again, nice labeling for the hardware there, polished accents. You've got some nice brushing going across there as well, but just really great quality overall. So certainly you're going to pay for them, but at the same time, I do think it's worth the investment. You'll have them, and I've used these quite a lot, and I know many other reviewers have too. But here's another option that's available if you don't want to go with the traditional buckle. This is like the Richard Mille type deployant clasp here, and they do have some different styles that are available. But you can see with this one, this just goes with like a leaf spring mechanism, very easy to adjust. So this just folds and pops over. There's no actual buttons or anything to push, and it does make it a little more of a streamline as far as the finishing. So just take that and just floss that through, and then that's how it looks when it's folded over overall. And we can see this on wrist too, and get an idea as to how this wears. It does hug the wrist pretty well. Certainly it adds a little bit of thickness underneath. And this one, I do, again, wish that it had one more hole for my particular wrist size, but that being said, I think it fits pretty well. But overall, just like with the rest of them, you're looking at great quality. And I really don't think you can go wrong if you're willing to spend the money. Certainly compared to some of their competition, I do think these have a good value if you start looking for some of the premium options that are out there. But these, ultimately, can you find cheaper? Yes, you can, but I think these are personally worth the quality. Or worth the money for the quality, rather. Okay, so with that, Let's go ahead and talk about the details for the giveaway. As I mentioned, this is going to be a 2,000 subscriber giveaway, so we've got a little bit of time to go here depending on how long this happens. So please, if you want to, go ahead, refer your friends. You know, the more subs we get, the quicker we get there for it overall. That being said, I am going to be giving away all 4 of these Nato'S, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this up into 2 winners. So after we've crossed the 2,000 threshold, I'll do another video for that, and we'll pick the winners for it. But I'm going to do 2 giveaways. Since it's 2,000, I'm going to do 2 giveaways, and each of these are around 200. This is actually at 63 bucks is a little over 200, and this with the deploying clasp comes in a little under 200. But we basically got 2 winners, $200 each, so a little over $400 worth of straps that I'm giving away here. What I'm going to do, of course, watches are not included. This is just going to be straps. I'll cover shipping, all those kind of things. All you have to do to enter here is do smash that like button. Most importantly, do hit that subscribe button. You must be a subscriber to the channel to win this giveaway. Want to keep it fair to everyone for all my loyal base here. Really appreciate you all very much, and I want to give back. And then finally, beyond that, just hit a comment down in. Let me know. Ultimately, I'm not going to allow picks. I don't want to get too convoluted. So, you know, interest-wise, again, all 20 millimeters, it's going to be either the Nato'S or it's going to be the Sailcloth. Going to have 2 winners. Going to pick them randomly as far as the order for that. So you'll win one or the other. Can be international. Anyone can enter into this as long as you can receive packages from the U.S. here. That's, of course, a disclaimer there. But that being said, I'm going to do the 4 Nato'S together, and I'm going to do the Sailcloth strap. So again, recapping, all you have to do, hit the like button, be subscribed to the channel, or hit the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel, and then just leave a comment down in the description. Just let me know what watches you want to put in here. Share basically anything you want. Ultimately, all I'm looking for is a comment, just so that way I can do for the picker. And of course, only 1 entry per person, so please stay honest with that. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Good luck when we do the giveaway. Again, this video is not the giveaway video. I will be doing that, but this is the entry for the giveaway video. So please do put those comments down below. Thanks for watching.